Gas is gassed out, tapped out, flag on the field. It's a done deal. Goku, Granolah, and what was the other Saiyan's name? Vegeta. Yeah, he actually did something. All teamed up together in order to get this dub. The end of the arc is almost here. Hopefully, this is the end of the fight. And I love the way all three of them ultimately had to team up to get this resolve. Now, going on to Gas's power up, getting inspirational energy from his brother's words. It's a complete ass pull, by the way, the way it's happening. I was excited. Now, in the previous chapter, I was saying how hopefully this doesn't drag on and it does get resolved with everybody else, jumping in to help. And I'm happy that did happen. And even Granolah finishing it off. But it's Gas that was just disappointing. Having the power up, I'm like, all right, are we going to get a new ability or more creative ways to fight? Goku taking, even though it was 2 panels, 20 chapters worth of training to develop his Ultra Instinct at a level where it was more personal. And by personal, he's adding his own, I want to say, not imagination, but the way we taught him Ultra Instinct, he's able to give his own personal flair to it and develop it in a way that fits him best. So at this point, I'm expecting if not equal footing, creativity, more diversity in the fight, but apparently that's too much. Too much. I set my standards too high. I should know better. I should know better at this point. But Gas coming in with a telekinesis and, sort of telekinesis, gravitational pull. I don't know at this point. But attempting to twist Goku's head off. I wanted to buy it like, oh, this is going to be a serious move. I'm like, it's probably not going to be used again for whatever reason. And I'm somewhat right. And at the same time, announcing it, y'all know the deal. You got to announce the move before you finish it off. Goku being stuck with this state, I was like a little concerned, especially how you're an Ultra Instinct and this, I would assume, the best form of it. Goes, teleports behind him, gets whacked, and then, he has to make sure his nose isn't broken, by the way. And I feel this is an important detail because have we seen a broken nose in this series? Or did he snap it back in place? It's the little details we got to pay attention to. And on the panel on page 5, when Gas appears behind Goku, Goku looks a little tripped out. So clearly he's getting speed blitzed. And then this is where all my hype for Gas sort of disappeared. When he decided to use Whirlwind as a Pokemon, use a tornado to bring Goku in there, and then swirl him out of the planet. I'm just confused. How is that tornado really that strong? I don't see mountains being ripped off. I don't see trees being ripped off. And the ki blast he shot at Goku ends up cutting him, making him bleed a little bit, giving me PTSD from Resurrection of F with Frieza and the ray gun, the most dangerous, the Glock, the most dangerous strap in the whole entire universe. So we go from the telekinesis to this whirlwind to ki blast, and the ki blast continue. And it's just like, oh man, this is getting stale. Somebody end the fight, please, for the love of God. When Gas decides to use his ki to basically like an extension of his own fist surrounding his arm, picture like Susanoo. All right, picture Susanoo. Picture what Goku did against Murdoch. Was his name Murdoch? On the last arc. And that's what Gas is doing back. Now, I would have loved if there was a slower progression of this or some early kind of insight into this move, but it just sort of comes out of nowhere. And everybody's noticing. One thing I noticed too is, hey, Gas looks pretty old in this. I was curious as to, having all this power, is it accelerating his lifespan? And is his own power going to be the reason that he dies? It's his own downfall. Goku even notices this, saying your body and your power are way out of sync. But for whatever reason, this really doesn't go back around. It doesn't like he makes this statement. We're getting these, I was about to say analytics. We're getting these descriptions of him from Goku and even the rest of Gas's crew. So I'm like, all right, this is gonna be his downfall. That's it. I mean, yeah, his body and power are out of sync, but it doesn't seem like it based on the performance. So I'm like, yeah, there's some more useless dialogue. I know I had to make those noises because I'm like, oh man. Decides to listen. I thought of the Hulk. Whenever I seen Gas doing it with both of his fists, I'm like, yeah, we got a Hulk special coming through. Goku gonna, do the usual, punch him. Gas is excited. Plot twist, we get Granolah back in here. Now, I was excited to have Granolah back and hopefully going between more of a Granolah Goku dynamic, but we're gonna go the classic Dragon Ball route. Something that's been established since the beginning of Z. Somebody's going to charge up a super move. Somebody's going to be the distraction. And if we have a third person also on our side, they're just going to do something. They don't got to be too useful. They just got to be there at the right time. That's where Vegeta shines, man. This is where the Prince of All Saiyans just does amazingly. Amazingly. And then it's going on through here. We have Goku doing everything possible to stop Gas from attacking Granolah while he charges up his beam. And as some, we're seeing Goku sort of trying, getting thrashed around, Gas using his Susanoo Avatar state powers, whatever the case is. It just, it's all right. The tension isn't really there. And if you hear an ice cream truck rolling by, what are they doing this late? I just want to say that. It's about to be damn near 9 o'clock at night. You trying to sell ice cream at night? Listen, I was a kid. I remember the ice cream truck strolling through. But after 7, if you're still out there trying to sell ice cream, it's just bad business. Everybody, we comfortable. We out here doing manga reviews. I'll keep going. I know. I'll keep going. Anyways, after the multiple ki blasts that apparently Goku's never experienced before in his life, we have Vegeta doing a classic Gohan headbutt. Yeah, classic Gohan headbutt towards Gas. Anyways, this all leads up to the Granolah being able to have the perfect shot with his with the help of everyone. Goku deciding to go full Susanoo mode creates an entire ki form of himself to hold him through. And this is development on Goku's side. I would have loved to see this more from the beginning of the fight. They blast him. It's a done deal. Flag on the field. Gas is out for the count. Chapter, I want to say if it was exhilarating, but I didn't feel that much tension. I didn't feel like there was much underlying just because Gas was confusing in himself. I'm like, all right, he powered up, so he's stronger. Got some moves. The moveset just didn't make any sense. Goku, for being at this point, his fighting doesn't seem any more fluid. Honestly, as a matter of fact, his fighting sort of feels stiff, whether he's getting out blitzed or it's just going for the same kind of fighting movesets. It was a bit stale. I love the fact that Vegeta regained consciousness. We could get some points for that, right? Vegeta being able to headbutt Gas. Gohan probably could have done this better. But the fact that this resolved the fight and we're going to be getting some progress from here makes it all the better. Dragon Ball Super Chapter 86, as exhilarating as I wanted it to be with the hype, anticipation, and tension that could have been built up, falls a bit flat. And the grand finale, even though we get all 3 of them coming in together to resolve the fight, could have been, honestly, this could have been done earlier. Could have been done a couple chapters earlier. That way it doesn't feel as dragged on. But hey, we made it, right? That's it for this chapter. Let me know what y'all expect for the next arc. And I guess I wouldn't say so much of a theory, but I would love exploration to be a bigger theme in this Dragon Ball world, because coming from the last arc to this one, already major fight like this, let's just have some exploration, maybe even a bit more training, not too crazy dialogue on some lore we've never heard of, but that will make things more exciting. I'm out of here.